Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coda Stories. This is me, Sneha, and in today's episode, we have Shivani Vichare joining us from Pittsburgh. Shivani is Mrs. India Virginia 2021 and also an HR professional, and I'm so happy to have Shivani with us. Hi, Shivani. Thank you so much for joining us. So tell
Hi,
us,
Sneha.
what's your story? Tell us more about yourself.
Sure. Hi, Sneha. Thank you so much for having me, first of all. Um, yeah, just to give you a a bit of background about myself, I'm a full-time human resource professional. I do the typical 9 to 5 job. But apart from that, I love doing a lot of other things. Like I'm a full-time volunteer. I work with several nonprofits in and around Pittsburgh. I love participating in pageants, and I've participated in 2 pageants this year, so that has been a wonderful journey. Besides that, I also love modeling. So I've been modeling since the last 3 years. So besides my main full-time human resource professional job, I kind of like try and doing everything that I love and everything that has been my passion in my life. So yeah, that's just a background or a bit of my story.
Thank you, Shivani. And I know how awesome you are. And whenever you talk, there's so much passion in everything that you do. And I just loved interacting with you. That's why I wanted to have you on our show today. And
Thank
so tell
you.
us more about your passion, Shivani, and the importance of following your passion and everything that comes with that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, what I feel is that, all of us have, some kind of passion for, things. Maybe it could be sports, maybe it could be, just something like modeling as what I do, or maybe it could be writing. But what happens is we get so much engrossed with our full-time jobs that sometimes, our passion kind of just gets left behind. And that's what kind of happened to me. Like I was so engrossed with my full-time job, but after I got married, I thought, it is time to pursue my passion. So that's where I started my modeling journey from. And maybe I thought it was a little too late, but then I was like, if I don't do it now, it's never going to happen. So I started interacting with people, and it's been a wonderful 3 years of my modeling, and that's how I pursued my passion. But yeah, I mean, a message to everybody would be like, whenever you like doing something, just go for it. Don't think about it, or don't think I will do this after another year or another 2 years. Just go for it. And if you are happy, you would just be able to keep everyone else around you happy as well. Yeah.
Definitely, that's a great thought. Just go for it.
Yeah.
And so, how did your modeling journey begin?
Sure. My modeling journey began 3 years back. I had a friend, I was actually volunteering at an event with a nonprofit, and she had a modeling event coming up, and she was less of a model. And she kind of asked me, would you want to model for this event? And I was like, sure, why not? And that's how it started. And it just did not stop after that. I started to come across people who were needing models for different events, and I just kept going for it on the weekends, and it just started from there, and it has never stopped. So it's been a fun journey. Yeah.
Thank you, Shivani. And for those of you watching this, if you go to Shivani's Instagram, you can see a glimpse of a modeling world, which looks amazing. It looks like you're having a lot of fun doing this. So
Sure.
that's
Yes,
nice.
it is. It
Yeah.
is amazing. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
tell us about your pageantry. Like, how did you begin, and what do you feel about it, and how do you enjoy that experience?
Right. I began my pageantry journey actually this very year. Last year was a pandemic. It was so difficult for all of us, I'm sure. But this year, I just saw, like, there's a pageant that's happening, and I was like, why not? Let's just go for it. Just the same way I follow whatever I want to do. So I thought, let's just go for this pageant, and we just had very less time. We had probably around 15 days to prepare for this pageant. I just registered, I got onto it, and then they had different rounds. They had talent round, they had the work. So we had very less time to prepare, but we had our directors who were kind of guiding us throughout the journey. So that made it a lot easy. But then, yeah, I was there, I participated, and I ended up winning the Mrs. India USA Virginia. I was the first runner up there. So uh, that that taught me a lot. I was able to meet such other incredible women, coming from uh, different fields of work and different family backgrounds, but pursuing their passion, pursuing what they want to do. And it was amazing. It has been an amazing journey. And then I met you at the Nationals. So Nationals was even more fun. I think we were all tired and exhausted. But
Definitely.
what I took back from there was meeting all you amazing women and having that 2 or 3 days of amazing time, all the fun that we had backstage, the fun that we had during rehearsals. That is
Yeah.
something that I'm going to treasure for all my life. Where do we get such times like
I know,
this, right?
right? The
So
dance
right.
practice and then the
Yeah.
backstage waiting for our turn and all of that. And it was just a
Right.
place of so many talented women.
It
I've
was.
never been in a competition where I was like cheering for each and every person, even though they are supposed to be my competitors,
Exactly.
because they were just so talented. Everyone was
It
extremely
was.
talented. Yeah.
It
So, how
was.
was your
It was.
experience preparing for the pageant?
It was kind of exhausting because I mean for all of us, especially for the versus contestants, we are having a full-time job, and apart from that, we are doing the household chores, and then apart from that, we are also preparing for this pageant. It was I used to only sleep for 6 hours, I believe. I'm sure it must have been with everybody, because you're preparing for your dance, you're going shopping for your pageant dresses, your pageant evening wear, your accessories, everything. So it was very exhausting. I believe that I kind of tried to dedicate my time, whatever I could, for all the different rounds that we had. It was
Mhm.
difficult to strike a balance between my full-time work and my pageant. But yeah, I just tried perfecting my walk as much as I could. I tried perfecting my talent dance as much as I could. So evenings usually it used to go into a lot of practice. After coming from work, I used to just put the music on and practice my talent round.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was exhausting, but I think at the same time, I miss that time now because it was so much of fun.
It
Yeah,
was definitely. I missed
yeah,
that time too. Now I'm like, there's all of this void, this time that I used to spend on
yeah,
something. What else do I do?
exactly.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
lot of fun.
It
So
was, it was.
yeah, yeah. So tell me more about your volunteering experience. I know that you volunteer a lot, and I would love to know more about that.
Sure. Yeah, volunteering is something that is so essential. And I feel it is not given much importance, but I feel it is very essential. I started my volunteering journey as well again 3 years back. I worked with several nonprofits like American Red Cross, Women's Resource Center, Habitat for Humanity, um, Dress for Success Pittsburgh. I've worked with them and some of them I've actually worked for like, 1 year, 2 years. And I've met amazing people there. But the stories that you get to know when you work at such nonprofits is, it touches your heart, and you probably understand the meaning of life, and that's what happened to me. It is about giving back to your community, giving back to others. So I feel it's extremely essential, and that's the reason I started a blog called as Giving Plus Gratified, which talks about my volunteering journey, and how essential it is if each one of us can volunteer and work with even one single nonprofit, and you'll be happy at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my blog. But I urge whoever I meet, just give your some time volunteering. And it is not only about giving back to the society, but in that journey you meet a lot of amazing people, you make new friends, you learn new skills, because there are so many other jobs available while volunteering. Like you can be at the front desk, or you can just be a greeter, or you can just be at the hospital, meeting patients, and just kind of being with them. So you learn amazing new skills. So there are a lot of advantages to it. So yeah, that's been an amazing journey as well. Mhm.
It's very nice of you, Shivani, to volunteer and
Yeah,
also to actually write a blog to help people, start their volunteering journey. Now, when someone watching this, if they would like to start their volunteering journey, where can they start? Like, what's the first step?
sure. Sure, they can just actually kind of hop on to Google and search the nonprofits in their area, and just go to their careers page, and there will always be a small, a link to the volunteering opportunities that the nonprofit has. And, they will never refuse anybody. If you apply for it, they would always have something for you because they always need people to help them. Because, they're nonprofits, they work, they have very few employment opportunities. Most of their opportunities would be for volunteers. So they're always looking for people. So just go hop on to any nonprofit. And some of the famous nonprofits are, the ones I mentioned. American Red Cross is pretty much everywhere. So American Red Cross, Women's Resource Center, Habitat for Humanity, they're pretty much everywhere. So, these are some common ones. Yeah.
Nice. And you mentioned Dress for Success in Pittsburgh. I've heard of that uh, organization. Can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit more about Dress for Success?
Sure. Dress for Success Pittsburgh is a very unique nonprofit. I volunteered with them for a very brief time, but it was an amazing time. They kind of prepare women to, who are probably less fortunate, to get dressed for an interview, and make sure that they get an opportunity to work with a employer. So they have amazing blazers, suits, accessories, shoes, which are donated from some kind people in their store. And women are allowed to come and pick up, like, three pieces of clothes or three pieces of accessories. They have a limit for every person, but they kind of give you the confidence to dress and go for the interview. So that's Dress to Success Pittsburgh. It's located in Shady Side. It's not too far away from the main city. And there are some amazing other nonprofits in Pittsburgh that I've volunteered with. One that I'm currently volunteering with is PA Women Work. It gives women, it kinds of links mentors and women together who are trying to search for employment, and gives them the confidence, and they try to help them finding opportunities and stuff like that. So yeah, it's amazing. You can just go to their website, anybody who wants to volunteer with them, and they can find many opportunities, I'm sure. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Shivani. You are
Yeah.
so inspiring. You're so full of life, and you do
Oh,
so
thank
many.
you. So are you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for joining our show today and sharing everything that you had with our audience. Is there any parting thoughts that you'd like to leave us with today?
Sure. I would just love to say, first of all, thank you to you for having me. You also inspire me in so many ways. And I am glad to have known you, through this pageant. Just parting thoughts would be that, as I said, just be happy. To be happy, you have to pursue your dreams, pursue your passion, just go for that, and make sure you have remove some time for volunteering and giving back to your society and giving back to your people. That will be amazing for sure. Mhm.
Thank you, Shivani. Again, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us today. For those of you watching this, if you like this episode, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, but you will get notifications whenever we upload our episodes. Thank you so much for watching.